Hi guys, Isa here. Welcome to my second Big Grow Light plant tour. My collection has expanded and pretty much filled up the entire tray at this point. So I'm just going to take you through the different plants. Many of them are new, they're unique, they're pretty. I'll show you each one, I'll try to tell you its name, and then I will try to make further videos on some of the more unique ones. So let's begin. Over in the back here, I have Echeveria Black Knight. It is quite magnificent. I really like him. Gorgeous succulent. In front of him, I have Senecio Lavender Steps. Very interesting plant, vertical leaves. Introduced to me by Retro Ray from Retro Ray Succulents. He made a video on his. In the background there is my Echeveria Cubic Frost, which sprouted a baby. Isn't she a beauty? All right, towards the front here, this little guy is a Sedum trellisii. I don't want to say he's not very remarkable, but he's not very remarkable. My Pachysedum Ganzu, I believe it's a Pachysedum, I always forget. He is actually quite a prized plant of mine because he's not losing leaves and he has chubby leaves, so that's a lot of success. Pachyveria Royal Flush, doing very well. So here's my Echeveria PVN, or Pearl von Nuremberg. When I originally got this, I stuck it really close under the grow light because I was afraid it would etiolate, and it just crisped. The bottom leaves curled up, looked miserable. I gave it some water therapy. I watched something by Alex from Windowsill Succulent Gardening and by Addie from Addie's Garden, and I tried it. It worked. The leaves plumped up. Maybe I'll make a video on it too, although there are very many good videos out there already. In the front here is a little Graptoveria Debbie. It's quite beautiful, although in the center of the rosette, you can see that some of the new leaves are pretty oddly shaped, to be polite. I don't know. So we'll see how she turns out. I got him at the Connecticut Cactus and Succulent Show, which was a pretty cool event. I should film it next year. Right over here is my Graptopetalum Pentandrum Murasaki, and this plant is doing extremely well. It's probably one of my nicest growing plants. It does not lose leaves and it looks lush and gorgeous, and now it'll probably rot that I said that, but you know, we'll see. Here is my Echeveria Chris, a tight, compact, nice little ball. Here is Pachyveria Glauca Little Jewel. I really like this one because of the pattern that it has on the leaves. As you can see, it's a very geometric structural pattern. I really like it. Over here in the back is a Sedaveria Lilac Mist. I really like it because it is the size of a small orange and it is just a very compact, firm ball. Very fun. However, it has not grown, I don't think, a bit since I got it. So that's kind of unusual, but it's doing well. Right over here is Sedaveria Blue Elf. This plant is doing very well. It has a flower here from when I bought it, or an upcoming flower. This is a very large one, actually. I've never seen Sedaveria Blue Elves this big. I had a hard time IDing it at first. Here is a plant which I think is an Echeveria Tippy maybe, and in all honesty I was going to yank it out of here for the plant tour because I think it has been subjected to some rot and it may rot away altogether. I pulled off some yellow soggy leaves this morning. I watered it. I've been watering about once a week, and I check if the soil is completely dry, and overall it is, but maybe I was just a little bit too generous with the watering. So that's a shame. It's a very nice plant, but it looks like it's a goner. So over here is my sedum lime gold. Again, this is one of those beautiful structural plants with great geometric shapes, lots of little offshoots, and I just think it's really cool. It's doing well. Here is my little Kalanchoe Lucier flapjack. This is a baby that has grown from an old plant that is long gone, so it has rooted, and it has beautiful coloring. I really like it. It's tiny. So moving along, this is another tiny plant that I bought at the Cactus and Succulent show. It is an Echeveria purpusorum Sammy, and it is just adorable. Just to give you an idea, here's my finger. So really, really tiny thing. Behind it is some sort of a pachyphytum that I got. I am not too enamored of it. It's all right. Maybe another day I'll feel more charitable about it and I'll talk more. Sorry, plant. Over here, my Crassula ivory towers are growing very well, coloring nicely. As you can see, one of my very few ornamental figurines, my little ceramic kitten. I do not have many figurines in my succulents. I have precisely 2, no more, no less. So going back to the front here is a Crassula Tom Thumb. I got that at the succulent show too. It is absolutely precious because it is super tiny, and this one has 3 heads. This guy over here, which I think it's fantastic. So right over here is a stem of an old succulent that I chopped. The top unfortunately never rooted, and that is partly why I am afraid of chopping my Echeverias. However, these 2 rosettes that have grown are pretty lovely. I don't know what kind this is precisely. A friend gave it to me. We didn't know what his name was. I'm hoping it'll color more kind of lavender pink, but it's very nice. So this guy right here is, I don't remember his name right now. It has something, I think it's like a Sediveria blue mist, maybe. Kind of cool, plump little plant. Like it. Bought it at like the local CVS pharmacy, which is kind of funny. Right behind it is my Graptiveria Bashful. It is grown quite huge, and I need to repot it because it is very difficult for me to water it at this point. In the back here, we have my monster, Echeveria Lola. Some signs of etiolation from a prior life, but this thing is a wonderful beast. I love it. I will never behead it or anything. It is just going to grow in all of its glory and do whatever it wants to do. And right over here, my pink moonstones, my coveted plant that I try not to breathe on, not to look at, not to comment on. It's growing so well, but I have a feeling that any day it could just randomly rot off because it is very fragile, and it took me forever to get it to just grow nicely. And over here is my little Echeveria chroma. It is the only succulent Echeveria that is etiolating under this strong grow light, so I don't know what the deal is, but it has pretty coloring. Over here is a sedum blue pearl. It has one of them just rotted, and these guys are prone to losing leaves. If you know how to grow them well, let me know. I don't know what to do with them. I don't have high hopes. Right over here in the front is my little Graptosedum, or rather Sedum Vera Higgins Alpenglow. This is from like my best friend. She gave it to me when it was a baby. She made a beautiful little colorful pot for it, as you can see. So it's growing very well. So here is what I believe is my Echeveria minima. This has never been ID'd for sure, but I think that's what it is. And look at the flower. This flower unexpectedly showed up over the weekend, and I was really surprised. I thought it was some kind of weird insect or growth on it, and I freaked out. But it's a flower. Yay. And here is my variegated jade. It came in an arrangement because I wanted some other plant from the arrangement. And at first I was very meh about it, but now I love it. And it's new growth, new growth. Look at that. At first, like this thing right here, this tiny thing, I thought it was some kind of growth and I wanted to scratch it off. I'm just horribly paranoid. So, but lots of new growth. A really pretty plant. Love the color on this thing. Just love it. In the back here, the little plush ruby slippers thing. It's growing. It's not one of my best performers, so I'm just kind of letting it be. In the back here, awaiting a chop, is my Echeveria compressicolis, and I am afraid to chop it. I have a fear of chopping my Echeverias. I have a fear that they will not root. So here it is, kind of growing, and I am afraid to chop it. I don't know. We'll see. Here is my Kalanchoe Aurora Borealis. Again, one of my favorites, actually. The coloring is amazing. This is a variegated one. It's been growing spectacularly, and I love the color of this plant. Just beautiful. And in the front here is a Crassula Calico Kitten, variegated version. It is absolutely beautiful. I've been keeping it on my kitchen windowsill. I've moved it here for now because I think it has not been producing the lovely purple coloring over in the windowsill. So we shall see how it progresses here. Adorable little Echeveria Lola in a little pot, again made by my friend, or painted by my friend. So this Lola is going to grow into a nice proper shape, unlike my little or big monster over there. That's why I bought it, so that I can have a proper Lola. Right next to it is another tiny little thing, the Sedum hernandezii. It's a type of, I guess, jelly bean succulent. I think it's adorable. It is tiny, 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 and I really like it. Over here is a Pachyphytum bractosum or something like that. I really like the plump, fat leaves. I have to confess that one of the leaves just kind of wilted and shriveled up and fell off recently. I don't know what his deal is. I hope that he's not trying to rot on me. You got to be really careful when watering these guys. Make sure they're bone dry. My Graptoveria opalina, slightly again etulated. No plans to chop for now due to extreme fear of losing the plant from chopping. I know I'm not very encouraging of chopping, but right over here, my ghost plants. So the two in the front are babies that I grew from leaf. This guy is a chopped and successfully rooted rosette, and this is his old stem with two little bebes growing on it and looking absolutely adorable. Here is my Echeveria nodulosa. I am also fearful of chopping it. It is beautiful. I love it. And this gorgeous freak is just growing here. And here is my number 2 of 2 ceramic kittens. This is the depressed one, the very, very sad ceramic kitten. This is my curly frilly Echeveria. I do not know what kind, but it is very pretty, nice coloring, beautiful plant. One of the very few curlies that I have. My Graptoveria Fred Ives, another actually successful chopping story. So this guy I have done nothing to, and his little brother that came with him I chopped, and the rosette has actually rooted. And the stem is over here, and as you can see, there is a little baby Fred Ives growing. So next over here is a tiny little plant, and it was sold to me at the Succulent show as a baby crested Echeveria elegans, which I don't think this is crested, and I don't know what it is. If you guys have ever seen such a thing, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just watch it grow. I am very skeptical. And right next to him over here is Sedum rubrosanctum aurora, or little pink jelly beans. Adorable little babies. Beautiful. So this plant is something emethorum, I believe. Sorry for not knowing the name. I really should. I love it, again, for its kind of structural, strong, solid nature. Those plants appeal to me very much. So it's just kind of static, not doing much growing. This flower was there when I bought it. It's not doing anything. The yellowing leaves were already there when I bought them. They're actually firm and they're not doing anything. So it's looking good. So this succulent, which is sort of a mystery succulent, I think I found a name for it. I don't remember what it is. I don't like it. It doesn't perform well. It's crappy, and I don't know. And over here is a bunch of misfits. There are some golden sedums that got water therapy, and the variegated ghost plant that's not variegated. So these guys are just kind of little cast-offs back here. I don't mean to sound so mean about my succulents, but I guess I am. So guys, for now this is it, because these are all the succulents that are under my big grow light. I have another grow light where I keep some succulents that don't like as much light, that have crisped under this grow light. And I also have some succulents on my kitchen windowsill. I'll make a little tour about that some other time. And then I am designing my rock garden outside with cold hardy succulents. So that's, again, for another time. So for now, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.